Paul Hartley with it. 8 minutes into the second half. Up he comes. That's it. Will pre-qualify for the Champions League, and no wonder they're celebrating.
Pospisil is next to have a go. Well, their penalties have been awesome. Gavin Skelton has got a score here. He's been terrific today. Yes or no? Skelton! No! Hearts have won the Scottish Cup. Memories are made of this. Hearts have won the Scottish Cup.
Tynecastle would have been history for Hearts had Vladimir Romanov not come on the scene. And what a transformation. From holding up a Hearts scarf at the start of the season to having his hands on silverware at the end. Glorious. The Romanov Revolution. Vlad was always going to do it his way. It's his ball, and he had his own ideas about how Hearts would be lifted. Manager George Burley was the first key appointment, and with him came an array of new players. This was the Hearts squad which kicked off the most sensational season in club history.
After my manager say me about Hearts, about small team in Scotland, I say, okay, it's nice, but it's only small team. I won't play Champions League, I won't play UEFA Cup, I stay chance for World Cup. But after call me many times, George Burley, Simon Hunt, from my manager, I say, okay, it's very important. Trust me, want me, it's very important for every player. So I say, okay, I go. Because want me too much is very important for every player.
Rugby Park on the first day of the season offered the first glimpse of the new Hearts and the first of Rudy's 17 goals. But they didn't get off to the ideal start.
That's a very good throw into the box. There's Naismith with a chance. He's done it! Jankowskis, that's a very good ball in, and it's in now. It's the equaliser. Rudo Scancho, quite astonishing. Back inside again, Scancho with it. Big fella does keep it in. There's a header down, it's in. It's over the line. Goal by Bednar. That's quick thinking. Bednar picks it up. Now Hartley. Hartley going for it. Mikalunas. He's going to let fly again, and he does! It's a superb goal. Lovely ball played in there, it's in. Gordon Greer. Here's Elliott. Ford gets back. He's got pace. Makes a mess of it. He's on his own. Elliott, he needs some help. Gets to Jankowskis. I think they've given the penalty kick. So, Hartley potentially to put a seal on this game. Vast Heart support in the background there. Will it be jubilation? Yes.
First game for Hearts. It's a very bad start. We lost 1-0. I think I remember this. I thinking 1-0 first game. I say, I don't know where. Hell, what's happened? It's very bad start, but after I make first goal for Hearts, it's perfect for me. Perfect start. First game, first goal. After win 4-0, amazing start for season.
The fireworks at Tynecastle started pre-match and never stopped in the first derby of the season. Another 4 goals for Hearts as the Jambos went top of the league.
Here's Thompson. Just intercepted by Webster. In comes Nielsen. That's good play by Nielsen. Hartley loves this situation, running at defenders. But he goes at letting it up. He's a chance now for Hearts. It's got to go in this time. Hearts had the lead. It's Rudolf Skacel who scored. McAllister plays it long, looking again for Bednar. Hartley following up. That was unused by Glass, and the penalty kick has been given. Clear handball by Glass, and why, I really don't know. So it's Hartley against Markowski. Deadly finish again. Hearts a 2-goal lead. The top of the league is beckoning. McAllister forward for Skacel. Good movement by Waller here. Received that extremely well. The ball inside's not a bad one either. Ford breaks kindly now. There's the third from Stephen Simmons. The hips catastrophe in defence. Space here for Mikkel Yunus. Oh, that's number 4. Markowski completely deceived. It's a gala day for Hearts.
It's fantastic. The big derby for Edinburgh. I play first game home. Yes, I remember this game. It's perfect. Yeah, I make goal, but I play many derbies before. For me, okay, exciting is perfect, but for Scottish players, big derby. For supporters, it's amazing game because big derby for Edinburgh.
Dundee United were next to feel the force of Hearts' impressive start to the SPL campaign. Skacel's free kick and skipper Stephen Presley's header on the way to a 3-0 win at Tannadice.
Away by Grant Bredner, but not very far. Nicolunius, a little ball in, comes off the head of Jim McIntyre, and Grant Bredner gets it away to relative safety. Now, here's Bednar, 2-0. Forward by Presley. Knocked down by McAllister. Little ball through for Bednar. Can he make it a third? Still he comes. Thinks about it but didn't. And it's Rudy Skacel.
Skacel or Skacel? Rudolph, Rudo, Rudy? Unsure to start with, everyone was beginning to know the name. Aberdeen were the latest to find out to their cost.
All played well inside. Jankowski almost gets it through. This must be a chance. It's a goal. Skacel comes in again. That's where this defence has looked very ragged at the moment. Oh, a brilliant goal! Post Michel! Virtually out of nothing.
For games, for victory, team spirit is go rapid, up very fast. Yeah, I feel everybody feel very good this time. I think supporters feel everybody say it's definitely we take title, we take Champions League. Yeah. Big M4 for Jambos. Yeah, it's nice time.
The last game of August was a home win against Motherwell on the back of the CIS Cup defeat of Queen's Park, and it included one of Craig Gordon's saves of the season.
Hamilton's cross. Foran makes the late run. Scott MacDonald with the overhead kick, which doesn't trouble Craig Gordon. That was a very promising position for Motherwell, from which they will feel they should have done better. Will they be punished? Plays in Skacel, and he's done it again. Bellier to Bednar. Supports on the outside from Takis Fisas all the way to the byline for Jankauskas. And the points are surely safe now, as Edgaras Jankauskas scores his first SPL goal for Hearts.
Headed down by Hamilton to Smith. Did well, Jim Hamilton, and it's a penalty given against Julien Brellier. Richie Foran for 2-1. One last chance for Motherwell with Stephen Craigan's throw. Jim Hamilton's header. What a save by Craig Gordon to deny David Clarkson. The Motherwell players cannot believe that.
We play fantastic football first, I don't know, 12 games. I feel fantastic. I play, first 4 months in Scotland, the best in my career. But I think in Slavia and sometimes in Greece I play good football. But this season is the best, amazing for me. Because I make many goals. But I think in this fantastic spirit, I feel fantastic. Okay, maybe make only 5 goals. We take tackle is better for me. I think better for everybody. But I must thank for this dressing room because it's amazing. You must enjoy this. I go to work. Football is my work, but I must enjoy. And this is very important. We have fantastic dressing room.
The belief was unbelievable in the team. Every game we went into, we were confident and thought we had every chance of winning it. We knew that if we performed to our capabilities, then we'd beat anybody.
September Player of the Month Andy scored one of his rare goals at Ammonvale, and Livingston were blown away by another Hearts first half goal blitz.
Just holding it up the upper Scatchell, goes wide here for Bednar. The good ball in, that's Hartley, must be a goal, and it's Rudy Scatchell again. McAllister can deliver the in-swinger, Hartley the out-swinger. A very good ball, and simply not at home by Andy Webster. Dreadful defending. Mackay switching to play. Better play from Livingston. This is Britain. Firing on that far post there against Robbie Nielsen. Dave Mackay well forward, but now the counter-attack is on. Jankowskis. Very well timed run by Bednar. Hartley waits in the centre. This must be the third. Devastating play from Hearts on the counter-attack. That's terrific goalkeeping too, but it's turned in. It broke off Gordon. Livingston has scored. Paul Dalglish has knocked in the rebound. Well, George Burns has been prowling around that technical area in the second half. I don't think he's entirely happy with this performance after such an impressive start, and it's a penalty kick to Hearts. Neil Barrett shirt pulling on Jamie McAllister. 3 out of 3, 4-1 to Hearts. And surely now they've really overcome any resistance from Livingston.
And at that time the confidence was high. As you say, we were unbeaten. Thought we had kind of air of invincibility about us. The manager instilled that in us, and we took it upon ourselves to go out and achieve the results that we did.
Some said Hearts would come off the rails at Inverness, but Rudy kept up his goal-a-game SPL record to maintain the momentum.
There's a shot. Hearts have scored. Would you believe? Scatchell again.
So it's not an easy place. We've, Rudy scored unbelievable amount of goals at the start of the season, and that continued for him in that game. And to come away from Inverness with a 1-0 victory was more than pleasing. It was I think any game's a test, but going up there, people might start to doubt us a little bit. But we showed great character to win the football match.
Next, Rangers at Tynecastle, and the winning sequence continued in spectacular style.
Hartley now with a corner kick. That's a goal for Hearts! Roman Bednar gets the opening goal. Terrific delivery by Hartley, and a deadly finish by Bednar.
People waiting for this bubble to burst, so to speak, and you look at both Old Firm teams and it's always very difficult to beat them, and I think that people thought that would be a defining moment for us in the kind of the early part of the season. And again that day we showed great character and spirit, and Roman popped up with a goal and we managed to kind of, I wouldn't say hold on, I thought we played very well that day and fully merited the 1-0 victory.
The fans believed we were invincible at that time. The players generally had a feel of invincibility about them.
A funny thing happened at Falkirk in October. It was the first league game that Hearts failed to win, but they did battle back for a draw, with Elvis scoring 3 of the 4 goals.
Lovely play there from Latipi. Camazola strong against O'Donnell. O'Donnell looks very determined. The Irishman's done well. Lovely play from Latipi. Into the gap it goes for Duffy. Can he get there? He has. That's a penalty. And there's trouble for Craig Gordon too. It's a red card for Craig Gordon. So it's Duffy against Banks. Oh, that's a good penalty kick. Very composed, very assured. The keeper could do nothing about that.
We found ourselves trailing 1-0 at half-time, and I certainly had a few choice words for some of the players at half-time, and we came out in the second half. Unfortunately, we fell a further goal behind, an own goal by myself.
Walcott now in a hurry to make the substitution. It intrigues me why managers become over the chance of Duffy. He broke off Presley, it's gone in! It's a second goal for Falkirk!
I remember running back after the goal to take my position, and one of the Falkirk players said to me, "Ah well, big chap, it's just one of those days." And I suppose it almost inspired me that,
Scatchell and Hart there with the ball. Scatchell takes it. It's a good ball in, and it's turned in by Presley. It's a goal back for Hearts. They're back in the match. Here comes Webster again. Going to play it long at the moment, and here's Scatchell. Now Presley, he's equalised for Hearts. The Falkirk defence all at sea, and the captain saves the day for Hearts.
I think it was a reminder to ourselves in the first half that although we had won 8 consecutive games, we were far from the invincible team that maybe we were beginning to believe we were, and our supporters were beginning to believe we were. And I think it was certainly a reminder to ourselves that unless we played at the levels set in the games prior to that we were vulnerable. And I think it was a good lesson for ourselves.
Hearts were learning lessons and defying predictions that their bubble was about to burst. The next test was Celtic Park, and they held on to their unbeaten record.
Kimura, field floated in, the far side. There's Lennon with a chance and just touched away. Effort and goal, it's in! Beatty's done it! Nielsen. Bosbissel running himself into difficulties. Jan Konkes. Scatchell trying to come in there, still has a chance. And he scored! Scatchell gets the equaliser.
One of the most important aspects when playing the Old Firm is your mental approach, your mental attitude going into that game. In my early days at the club, going to Celtic Park was quite a daunting prospect, and I really sensed prior to the game back in October that the least we'd get from that game was a draw. There's a great belief within the squad that we'd go there and win the game. And that was very refreshing, going to Celtic Park with that type of belief. And I think it was reflected in our performance. We gave a fantastic performance that game. And although, we were relatively satisfied with a draw, we were slightly disappointed we didn't win the game.
Little did we know it at the time, but this handshake represented George Burley's farewell to Hearts.
In the short period that he'd been at the club, he'd made an enormous impression on all the players. You know, we had a great rapport with him, a great belief in his methods, and you know, we were bitterly disappointed to see him go. You know, I received a phone call on the Saturday morning prior to the Dunfermline game saying that I was to come into the hotel slightly earlier to meet Mr. Romanov and explain the reasons behind George's departure, and I obviously met Mr. Romanov and listened to what he had to say, but...
Did you understand the reasons?
You know, well, you know, you have to accept the reasons. He's the man in charge of the football club, but, you know, whether I accepted them, you know, I was bitterly disappointed that George had departed, because I believe we were on the crest of something very special with him in charge. He was a very good coach, but very positive, and had a great impression on the players, you know, made players feel very special and very confident in their own ability. And that certainly was reflected in our performances on the football field.
The timing was the thing, because it was the morning of a game. You know, the game against Dunfermline that morning, and I found out around about 10:30. So that was a shock. You know, I can never ever have seen anything happen like that in football ever before. You know, in the morning of a game, you know, the manager parting company with the football club one way or another. So that was a shock. I think prior to it, there was always sort of noises that they weren't always seeing eye to eye, so it wasn't an absolute complete shock. I think the timing, and because we had such a good start to the season, it was difficult to take it, you know. But credit to the players, they hung in there.
That was Scott Thompson's header. Rudy Scatchell threads it through for Jankowskis, tried to work it on for Camazola. Scatchell involved again, and how? There's no stopping Scatchell. So much composure about Hearts, and the confidence that comes from heading towards an 11th SPL game unbeaten. Shields heading it away. You get the feeling it's damage limitation for Dunfermline, and they just can't seem to limit the damage. It's 2-0. Darren Young hauled back by Stephen Presley, and there's major trouble for the Hearts captain. He switched off for one fateful moment there.
After the match, Chairman George Fowkes confirmed what the players already knew.
Heart of Midlothian Football Club are today announcing that after discussions between the board and George Burley, it has been mutually agreed that because of irreconcilable differences, George Burley will not continue as manager with immediate effect.
I think, to be honest with you, the game came at the right time. You know, we didn't have a real chance to reflect on the decision or George's departure. It was a case of we focused on the game, got the game over and done with, and then reflected on the decision afterwards. And you know, I think in the circumstances we showed again a great deal of character.
This is Fowler. He gave that ball away very poorly. Fowler trying to backtrack. That's a magnificent ball in there. Jankowskis, he scores! Hearts are in the lead.
The players psychologically, I think, were slightly affected going into that game, but showed their steel and ground out a very hard-earned 1-0 victory. A fantastic pass from Rudy Scatchell and a very composed finish from Ed Garris got us the points that night.
But Hearts were left pointless in the second derby of the season. They were on the wrong end of a 2-0 scoreline, and they finished down to 10 men.
Gary O'Connor seen little of him this half. Brown puts it out. Boozlin picks it up, and it's a free kick. Brown, oh, there Jankowskis, he's off. Jankowskis is off. That is utter suicide. There's Smith. A ball's going to be sent over. Yes, Sproul, another chance, it's there! Throws it on the score for Hibs! Into Smith. Oh, there's nobody there, it's been played by, he'll get it, Caldwell! Hibs, putting Hearts under siege. Yes, McConaughey scored again!
I don't think on that particular day we gave a real account of ourselves, and we certainly didn't play in the manner that we had prior to that game. We found ourselves in the closing 20 minutes down to 10 men. Ed Garris got himself sent off, and I think Hibs scored 2 goals in the last 15 minutes. But in reflection, we didn't play well that day, and probably Hibs merited their victory. I do think, though, that again, I go back to George's departure, and I do think it had a psychological effect on the team going into that. It had been a very difficult couple of weeks for the players, and maybe it was just one step too far.
I enjoyed my season. It was a fantastic season for me and for the team, for the club, and yes, I really enjoyed my first season for Hearts.
Vladimir Romanov was still looking for a new team manager when Dundee United came to Tynecastle. It was John McGlynn's 4th match in temporary control, and he was about to record his 3rd win as caretaker manager. McCracken's header, and he doing the defending again. Presley beats Miller. That's Grelier. Mikkel Yunus. 4 alongside him. The reverse pass for Paul Hartley. They've scored this time. There's no stopping Hearts. Hearts have lots of variety with these free kicks. A quick confab between Hartley and Scatchell. Scatchell plays it in, and it's gone in. I don't think Michael Pospisil got a touch, and it's Rudy Scatchell's 10th goal of the season. Long ball from Ritchie, headed away by Webster. Archibald's pass comes off Paul Hartley. If he squeezes this into the middle, it's surely number 3, and it is for Michael Pospisil.
Yes, it was maybe not the best game of the season, but when you win 3-0, I think you can say nothing. It's a good result, and yes, it was very important for us because after this game, Grammys take the team, and it was on a good mood.
It was a good month for Graham Rix, a surprise appointment as head coach, and charged with the challenge of following the success of George Burley.
It's very rare you get a job when a side's at the top of the league, and I've been fortunate enough to get that. That brings its own extra pressure, but good group of players. They've got an owner who's very rich and very ambitious, so the ingredients there to make us a real force in Scottish football.
His honesty, his openness, and his desire to get back to football really impressed us, and we felt a man with great desire and abilities can help us at the moment.
First up for him was a November trip to Pittodrie to face Aberdeen. There were still raised eyebrows about him getting the job, and Rix was desperate to get off to a winning start in the North East. But despite the pre-match bear hug, Jimmy Calderwood was in no mood to do Rix any favours.
Here's Crawford. Smith's cross pulled back straight to Webster. That's Mackey with a miscue. Here comes Byrne, Richie Byrne. New head outside him, that's promising. Crawford couldn't get there. That's Smith! Brilliantly finished by Jamie Smith. That's in! Deflected in! Rudy Scatchell will claim that! Hearts are back on level terms!
Aberdeen is a very difficult team, difficult pitch, and we didn't play well, but at least we take a draw with a goal of Rudy Scatchell, and I think 1-1 was a good result in Aberdeen.
Hearts didn't find Fir Park any easier than Pittodrie to try to claim all 3 points. In the end, they were happy to escape with another 1-1 draw.
So Hamilton breaks there. Here's Kerr playing it wide. That's good play. And there's a goal scored by Brian McLean from Motherwell. Launching all on his own, no one else helping, and it's a chance for McAllister to launch it forward again. Chesnowski's playing it in. Well, that's clumsy, all right. That's a penalty. Oh, that's a terrible tackle there. Clear foul, and a penalty kick given to Hearts. The chance now is on for Hearts to get back on terms. Perfectly taken by Hartley.
Very poor performance, but once again we show our character, and once again Paul Hartley scored a very important goal, and at least you can, when you look at the table at the end of the season, these points Aberdeen and Motherwell were very important.
It's been a dream come true. Like, to play for Hearts has been getting bigger and bigger as well. So, like, every game, like, you're getting grown in status. So hopefully it can continue.
December kicked off with a home game against Livingston. The Jambos were 2-1 winners, and you'll never guess who blasted in the opening goal.
Webster now for Hearts. Scatchell. Good play by Rudy Scatchell. Lining up the shot. Oh, yes! Rudy Scatchell gives Hearts the lead. Chested towards Elliott, who picks up on his far side. Inside a chance again for Scatchell! He really doesn't miss them, does he? Rudy Scatchell's second goal in 15 minutes. Libby looking to get back, reduce the leeway, and there they have done it! Alan Walker!
All I can really remember, to be honest, is Rudy's 2 goals. And I think both of them are good goals, 2 good left-foot strikes. It's been different in class, like the amount of goals he scored at crucial times as well. You can't put a price on that, to be honest. Like, it's not as if it's a striker. I think it was his first 8 games or so, scored in every match, so it's been brilliant.
Hearts hadn't missed many chances in the first 4 months of the season, but Inverness proved a tough nut to crack at Tynecastle. In fact, Hearts could have been beaten were it not for Robbie Nielsen's goal line clearance. Or uncharacteristic finishing from Craig Brewster, after Craig Dargo had got the better of Elvis. There weren't too many Hearts games which didn't include a significant save from Craig Gordon. That was from Ian Black. And this was from an ambitious Brewster effort from way out wide. The match ended in a goalless draw.
I think, to be honest, they were the better team in that match. I think they had the better chances. I think we were lucky to maybe even get a point in that match. I don't think we played well at all. But I think Craigie made a few good saves. I think Brewster missed a good chance as well.
So Hearts had been deposed from top spot by the time they went to Ibrox. And they fell further behind Celtic by losing to Rangers.
Rob Malcolm again with it. And it goes, and it must be, yes! Roman Krantz! Rangers are 1-up.
Obviously, we think we are up there at the top of the league at that time. So obviously, like, with us dropping points in that match, it was a massive blow. But it's given Rangers maybe a bit of, encouragement that they can gain points in us.
5-0 at home to Falkirk was an emphatic response to defeat at Ibrox, and Callum scored his first top-team goals.
Hearts keeper plays that one long downfield. Ireland's onto it. Scatchell picks up the header there. Fisas in the overlap. Plenty bodies inside that Falkirk area. Fisas delivers across the 18-yard line. Scatchell, this is dangerous. Gets the shot in, but it's blocked. The ball's gone clear. Hartley! Paul Hartley puts Hearts into the lead. 20 minutes on the clock. Wesley takes it short. Nielsen. Jankowskis to Cisnauskis. Inside for Scatchell. Tries to create the space. Left foot shot! 2-0! And now it's Hearts on the counter-attack. Cisnauskis down the right, delivers it in the middle. It's right across, it's going to be number 3! Callum Elliott makes it 3-0. Cisnauskis with a cross, good one right into the middle, delivered at pace. Nielsen, Cisnauskis with a second opportunity to get this one in the middle. Back to Nielsen though instead. Nielsen gets the cross in! And Hearts go 4-0 ahead. Cisnauskis comes inside. Looks for the return, doesn't get it from Elliott. Although Elliott wins back possession for Hearts. Tries a shot! Number 5! Callum Elliott, second of the afternoon.
And that was my two first goals, to be honest. I never thought I'd ever score, because I think I'd played about 10 games and hadn't scored, and I just thought I was never going to score, and to get 80 goals was just such a big relief.
I knew that Edinburgh has 2 teams, Hearts and Hibernian, and when I came here, I understood that I felt it, that I'm going to stay here and make a new contract with this team, because I had 2-3 more choices, but I had this feeling.
And everyone had the feeling that the New Year's Day meeting of Hearts and Celtic at Tynecastle would be one of the season's defining moments, with Takis reluctantly grabbing the headlines.
Nakamura. Held up there by Brellier. Scatchell to Elliott. That was a very good take by the youngster. Superb play from Hearts. Hartley has Jankowskis in the middle. That's for Jankowskis. 1-0 to Hearts. Scatchell again with a corner. Awkward. Presley's up. 2-0 to Hearts. Stephen Presley. That's a good chest down by Hearts, and here's Pearson. Maloney is onside. It's a great ball in. That's Pearson. Celtic are back in the match. McGeady's pass releases Maloney. Across goes Fisas. Fisas is in trouble here. What's the call of the car? He was the last man. Yeah, it's a red one. It's a red one. This is Nakamura. He's capable of an excellent delivery. Oh, it's a terrific header. McManus, the equaliser for Celtic. Nakamura again plating it in. That's Baldy. Here's McManus again. He scored the winner. Stephen McManus for Celtic.
I think that it was our best first half in this year. We played fantastic against Celtic this 45 minutes, and everything changed at the second half with one bad decision.
The red card.
The red card for me, it was not, absolutely not, and this changed all the game, and we lost this game. I think if we won this game, we had very big opportunity for the champion, to be champions.
Could Hearts bounce back from that SPL disappointment in their first match of the Scottish Cup campaign? Answer yes, at home to Kilmarnock.
Newson throws in, Presley's up! Stephen Presley scores for the second consecutive match. Fort beaten by Elliott. Does keep it in. Chance! What a finish! Kilmarnock with a free kick in, looking for the chance. It comes in! And it's knocked into the net by Colin Nish.
And the Scottish Cup is a very important title, especially for Hearts that we has 10 years to take or more or less. I don't remember
1998.
exactly. 1998. Almost.
Yeah.
So it's very important for the fans to have the opportunity, and for us, first of all, to have the opportunity to take this title and to give them this very big happiness.
Their cup campaign was off and running, and their title show was back on the road as well, with the overwhelming defeat of Dunfermline at East End Park.
Hearts looking to get themselves ahead. Hartley's free kick into a great area. It came off Andy Todd, and Stephen Presley scores. Nielsen. Mikkel Eunice. That's a lovely pass. Good run too from Nielsen. The cut back. And Michael Pospisil makes it 2. Campbell's free kick. Tarashilski and Todd both there. Mark Burchell must score and does. Paul Hartley's delivery wickedly swerving, and Michael Pospisil scores again. Presley got the better of Tarashilski. Barassa launches it. Wilson there. Now Brellier. Scatchell. Julian Brellier again, bursting towards the penalty box. Here's Scatchell. Will it be 4? You bet. 4-1 Hearts, and Rudy Scatchell makes it 15 for him for the season.
Yes, that game it was very good because we play very good offensively, and also all the team defense so good, and we give this big glad to our fans. All the time they come outside also to away games, and I remember this game because there were a lot. And after the game, we go for them, and I thought it was a very good afternoon for us and for them also.
Hearts' second trip of the season to Rugby Park marked the return in a maroon jersey of Scottish international winger Neil McCann, who'd left Southampton and opted for a second spell with the Tynecastle team. His debut at Kilmarnock was agonisingly brief. Neil suffered serious knee trouble in a tangle with David Lilly, and his season was over. The rest of the match didn't go much better.
Into the second half, there's a very big Hearts support filling that stand just behind the Kilmarnock goal at the moment, and I wonder, although they would like to win every game they can win, given the circumstances of 3 crucial players not being here, and against a team in form in the top 6, maybe a draw would suffice in many ways. There's Nish with the shot, and it's in!
Yeah, I think that game it was not good for us. But also we have to admit that Kilmarnock this year is very good team, play very good in their ground, and it was not easy to take this game, especially if you didn't play good.
January also included the 3rd Edinburgh derby of the season. A minute's applause before kick-off after the death of former Hearts chairman Wallace Mercer, who gave much of his working life to the Jambos. And the greatest tribute to Wallace was another devastating derby win.
Elliott. Good strong play by Elliott. Well played down the side to Scatchell. He can be dangerous here. It's in! Hearts have opened the scoring. Hartley taking this with great care. It's a high one. Played back. Scatchell, it's in! Well, there's There's confusion again. Caldwell now. Scanchel. Can he kill it off? There's a appeal for the penalty. It is. And this could be the end. Hartley. 3-0. Thompson getting to it. Vera making the mistake. Recovers very well though. Scanchel just brushing the man aside there. Whitaker. Still Scanchel going in. It's there. Callum Elliott, number 4. Thompson. Here's a corner. That's a decent shot. It's a goal.
Yes, I remember this game very much because it was very important for us to take these 3 points. Not only to take the points, but to take confidence again, because you know we have young players here, and they need from us to give them the security that okay, we lost one game, we go for the other game, for the next one, and this derby, because our big chance, and for our fans also to give them this big lad to win this game.
February saw the Scottish Cup trail continue for Hearts. In the 4th round they were served up a potentially tough tie against Aberdeen, but they made light of it and they won by 3-0.
McNaughton beaten by Elliott. Gets the ball across, Pospisil! 1-0. Hearts again win the ball, flip forward, Cisnauskas. Chris Clark with him. Cisnauskas trying to go on the outside, Cisnauskas pulls it back, the touch in! Terrific goal from Callum Elliott! It looked an impossible angle. Again nicely done, Hearts breaking through with Pospisil. Can he wrap it up? Penalty kick, Xander Diamond. And Xander Diamond, who was sent off in the CIS quarter-final, is sent off in the Scottish Cup as well. Stephen Presley scored his first Scottish Cup goal in the last round, steps up and scores again.
One all and a couple of red cards was far from the full story at Tannadice. There were claims from Graham Ricks that he hadn't picked the team that night.
Charlie Mulgrew to David Fernandez. Squeezes it through for Robson. Mulgrew beyond Scanchel. That's a great ball in, and Grant Brebner scores. 10 minutes from half time. 1-0 United. Fisas with the free kick. Down goes Stephen Presley. Penalty given. Dougie MacDonald points to the spot. And Dundee United are furious. Paul Hartley to square the game. 7 minutes from time, and he does so. He rarely misses. The chance now for both teams to try to turn 1 point into 3. Currently locked at 1-1. Barry Robson looking for a way through, and he was late on Stephen Presley as the Hearts captain cleared. And there's a scrum down in the middle of the pitch as a result of that. What colour of card does Dougie MacDonald have for him? It's red, he's off. That seems harsh. It was late, but was it a red card offence? Meantime, Julien Brellier has lost the plot. Pushing David McCracken away. They went head to head for a moment there as well. And I think we know the outcome here. Brellier is off.
Aberdeen came to Tynecastle for the second successive weekend, this time on league business, and they became one of only 2 teams to win at Tynecastle all season.
Hearts still on the attack, looking promising. Nielsen, good ball in there. Scatchel, he couldn't get it over. Same sort of goal as he scored in the cup. A good square ball there, Chris Clark. Clark going through. Mackie again. Barry Nicholson, good play by Aberdeen. Here's McNaughton. McNaughton going in here. Snoyle with a chance. Saved again. Played back in his head. It's an own goal. Presley. Snoyle, beautiful play by Snoyle. He's still in there. Just touched away. Chris Clark. And it's in! Aberdeen have scored!
Hearts needed to get back the winning feeling, and they did at home to Motherwell, with Edgaras Jankauskas making his long-awaited comeback after injury.
We spent 6 or even more weeks out, so it's always frustrating time when you are not training every day. So you're doing your exams, fitness tests, a part of the team. So it was a hard time, and I was so happy to be back.
Jesnauskas through for Scatchel. Can Hearts get in front? Spilled by Meldrum. And Jankauskas scores. So immediately play flows from one end to the other. Motherwell should have been ahead. Hearts are. Good touch from McBride. Well, it looked it, but it was well read by Elliott. And now Hearts on the counter. Jesnauskas. Scatchel heading into the area, and Jankauskas! Wow, what a strike!
Sometimes you hit the ball well, then the ball goes into the goal. You know, it's just a matter of, let's say, sometimes you struck well, but the ball goes up and goes wide. So, yeah, I was lucky. I struck well, and the ball went just the place he must go.
Fisas, Scatchel, Callum Elliott's in, and it's 3-0. Brilliant finishing from the teenager. He's having a great spell of goal-scoring form.
Edgaras scored again the following weekend, this time in the Scottish Cup quarter-finals against 2nd Division Partick Thistle. Davidas Jesnauskas scored a cracker as well in a 2-1 victory.
Fisas. Scatchel. Hartley. Makes room for the cross. It's a good one. Jankauskas! Perfect start for Hearts. Edgaras Jankauskas with a cracking header. Cracking cross too, mind you. Nielsen down the line for Hartley. For Jesnauskas rather. Jesnauskas determined to get his shot away. Sensational strike, and that might just ensure a place in the semi-finals for Hearts. And here's Bednar. Oh, he still might get in here, and Bednar goes down, and he's going to get a yellow card for diving, I think. It's already been booked. It's a second yellow card for taking a dive, and Bednar is off. Presley's header straight to Roberts. To sidestep his own man. Jimmy Gibson still going though, and what a fine strike that is.
Yeah, it was a tough game. I remember that game very well. Yeah, it was a very difficult game. Nobody expected that second league team could play the way we played. So it's a hard game.
We haven't conceded too many goals, and that is one of the main reasons that we are where we are in the league. And if we can continue that and score a few at the other end, then that stands us in good stead. If we don't lose a goal, then we've got a good chance of winning games.
2 goals were lost at Livingston in the first game in March, but Hearts showed great fighting spirit to score 3 of their own and come out on top.
Aguilar in a chance inside the area. It's not clear. It's another opportunity. It's a goal for Hearts, scored by Bruno Aguilar. So a free kick. Fired in there by Britain. It's a very good ball. It's found its way home. And Livingston have an equaliser. Brilliant pass on Nielsen, and that is sensational play. Jankowskis with a goal, but that's down to Robbie Nielsen's initial pass to Česnauskas. Here's Houlihan. Webster's headed out, the good one. It's on there by Adams. This is Morrow. It reaches Mackay. That's a wonderful strike by Mackay. Livingston are back on terms. That's Adams challenging. He's pushing though into the back of Aguiar. Petras quickly away with that ball towards Bednar. Bednar through now. This could settle it. He's done it. Roman Bednar for Hearts. Surely the winner.
They were going to be right up for it to impress our new manager and show him what they can do. So it was always going to be difficult, but it was one that we ground out 3-2 and a couple of great goals, and we were lucky in the end just to manage to edge it, and a very important 3 points for us.
It was blowing a gale in Inverness, and Hearts needed Craig to be on top form to ensure they avoided defeat against Cally Thistle.
Looked to be a decent kick out, but held up very much so in the wind. Forward by Richie Hart. It's dropped in behind Berra. Craig Dar goes away. And Craig Gordon was very much out, and Russell Duncan tries to go for a long-range effort. He tried to chip it over the goalkeeper, who was well out of his goal. Monroe long throw, and for Graham Bain, he does well to hold it up to get some support. He eventually plays it back, and Monroe clears it to the halfway line. Forward by Morgan, one for Richie Hart to chase. Richie Hart is through. Great save by Craig Gordon. Stunning save by the Scotland international.
I think that was probably the most we deserved out of that game. We didn't put Inverness under too much pressure. It was horrendous conditions. The pitch was bobbly, and it was about 150 mile an hour wind, I think, that day. So it was very difficult. Struggling to kick my by kicks outside my box. So it was very testing, and it's a credit to the lads to stand up to that and come away with at least a point.
Craig produced one of the saves of the season against Rangers at Tynecastle, and it was vital Hearts didn't lose against their rivals for runners-up spot.
That's good play by Česnauskas. Here's Hart with a chance. Jankowskis. Hearts have the lead. Terrific play by Hearts. The break's there for Buffel. Wonderful save by Gordon.
I think it was a good save and an important one at that stage, and at that stage of the season as well. It's possibly we'll lose a goal there and go on to get beat there. The gap would have been back down to 3 points. So it was important for that point of view to make that save.
Purcell got a touch. Here's Boyd. Laying it wide for Purcell. Now Burke. That's for Buffel. He scored! The equaliser for Rangers.
It was a very hard fought game, and and 1-1 was probably fair. I thought we had the better of the first half, and Rangers probably had the better of the second half. That seemed to be the case for a lot of our games this season, but we just couldn't put them away in the first half and maybe get that second goal that would have given us that wee bit cushion. But it was a fantastic game. I think it was 100 mile an hour the whole way through the 90 minutes, and probably a fair result at the end.
But it was the end of the line for Graham Rix, sacked 3 days later after 4.5 months in charge.
And Graham came in at a difficult time and done a really good job, and the players had massive respect for everything that he'd done while he was here. And it was possibly strange timing so close to a semi-final, but the players just had to rally round and get back to doing what they're doing best, and that's playing football. So that seems to be our job, is just to go out and play football, and whatever happens in the background at Hearts happens, and we just have to get on with that.
Graham was very easy to work with, and he was very easy to talk to, and the players, responded as well. He had all the time for you, and again it was even probably a bigger surprise at the time, because I thought Graham would have got to the end of the season to deliver second place and
you were just coming
the Scottish Cup.
Just coming to the business end of the season, really, which made it pretty difficult for yourself in harness with Valdas Ivanauskas to take over. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it was. You thought at that time, they'd have got to the end of the season and see it out, but it wasn't to be for whatever reason. So, again, for the players, having to dig deep, changing things, although it wasn't as if it was someone completely new coming in, so there wasn't big changes, but a wee bit different style, not a lot, but Valdas coming in, again, all credit to the players to keep it going.
Valdas Ivanauskas moved from the shadows of the dugout to take interim control, and Hearts scraped home against Falkirk in his first match in charge.
Bednar's little flick on. This is Sketchel. Away from Dodd. Good cross. And it's Hartley! Superb goal from Hearts. Paul Hartley gives them the lead. The tall wall with Bednar and Goncalves and Jankowskis all in there. All very tall players. There's Alan Gow. The wall did its job. Was it a hand used? Yes, is the answer. It's a penalty kick to Falkirk. It's Gow against Gordon. He made it in the end. This is Ross. Diago can return the ball, but that's rather casual and picked up easily by Brellier for Jankowskis. This is Elliott. Held up by Craig. Twaddle tries to get back. Here's Jankowskis with a chance. He's got it in. Squeezed him in the corner. Jack Ross made the tackle, Jankowskis has made it. Hearts have the lead.
There was nothing pretty about it, and even our winning goal was probably very fortunate in the way that we got it. But you have to take these with bits of luck when you get them. It was very important for us to bounce back, if you will, from having a piece of disappointing news to come back with a victory and set us up for the semi was massively important for us.
It doesn't come any better. I mean, my first hat-trick of my career, against your rivals, against my former club. So it was just a special day for myself.
Paul Hartley's Hampden hat-trick is one of the season's most memorable moments. The All-Edinburgh Scottish Cup semi-final turned into another demolition derby, with again the Jambos joyous.
Sketchel for Hartley. Now, opportunities here. Kauskas arriving on the scene. Hartley! Paul Hartley gives Hearts the lead in this All-Edinburgh semi against his old club, and that has fired a few dreams at Hampden. Hartley goes for goal, and he's found it. A stunning strike. Paul Hartley does it again. Now they are dreaming of a place in the final.
Scatchell's cross. Dealt with by Murphy, and here's Sproul. Going to get a free kick as well. Oh! There's big bother here. It is. Evan Sproul sees red, and Hibs' day goes from bad to worse. 10 minutes for Hibs to save themselves, but it's going to take a monumental effort. Of that there is no doubt. Oh, and Markowski with another error, and Jankowskis wraps it up. It doesn't get much better than this. Beating your fierce rivals in a Scottish Cup semi. Bring on Gretna. Pospisil chasing this. Oh, he's been held back, and Gary Smith's going to get a red card, surely. Gary Smith is sent off. Hibs are down to 9 men, and it's a pen. Paul Hartley has never ever scored a hat-trick. Here comes Hartley, and here comes a hat-trick. What a hero, a superhero. 3 for Hartley, 4 for Hearts, and Jambo's dreams have come so very true.
I think we were favourites going into the game, but I mean, the way they won the match was so convincing. We know it was going to be a tough game, as all Edinburgh derbies are, but you know, in the manner we won the game, it was extra special. First one, I think it's been a counter attack, and the ball's broke to Rudy, and he slipped it through, and we managed to run 20 yards and played it to Jankowskis on the left hand side. I've just followed my pass, and he's played a great ball into the box and just continued my running. Just got a nick on the ball and it goes in off the post, and a fantastic feeling. The second one is the free kick. Everybody thought I was going to put it into an area into the box for our players to attack it, but I've just seen the goalkeeper moving. There's a big gap at his near post, and I've just went for it. And sometimes he'll get in and other times he won't, but on that day everything just went for me. And then to seal my hat-trick was at the penalty kick, and I felt a lot of pressure going to hit that, because I knew it would be my first hat-trick and in a semi-final, but you know, once I got that goal then I was so relieved.
The next challenge for Hearts was to try to stop Celtic wrapping up the championship before the SPL had reached the split stage. The Jambos played well that night, but lost out to an early Celtic strike.
Just Hartson! He scored right at the start! Celtic have the lead!
I think it was really disappointing. I think I think we played well on the night, but we just didn't seem to get the wee breaks. We probably should have had a penalty, which the referee didn't give. But we felt throughout the season we were close to Celtic, and I think probably the game that turned it for our season was January. But to go to Parkhead, we played ever so well, and in the 4 games we've played against them, we've played really well against them. But it was disappointing for us that night to lose a game and for Celtic to clinch the title.
Hearts didn't want to be caught for second place in the SPL with the chance of a crack at the Champions League, and they delivered a statement of intent against Dunfermline.
Robbie Nielsen with a long one, and it is. Oh, it's in! Pospisil opens the scoring. Ridiculous defending, but he was there and he took advantage of it, full advantage. It's a decent ball again, and it's in again! Robert Bednar. Played back the way. Oh, it's in again! Decent one in there, it's in! The substitute makes it 4-0. Juho Makela.
There was big pressure on the game for us, because we had to continue to keep that second spot, because we knew Rangers were breathing down the necks. But I think on the day we're convincing winners, and to keep that gap again.
Fingernails were being nibbled away midway through the second half against Kilmarnock, but Paul, playing a captain's part, broke the deadlock in dramatic fashion.
Could this be the moment? Full Hartley. You know, it just could. The skipper scores. Aguiar's corner. Flicked off Naismith at the near post. Gary Hay couldn't control it. Jesnauskis with the nutmeg on the Achilles skipper. And Christoph Benner nods in the goal which seals the points for Hearts.
Yeah, it was a very tough game. The games we've played against Kilmarnock this season have been hard. As you said, going at half time 0-0, we knew we had to win the game, and we managed to get the breakthrough from a free kick from myself. So I think it was just about winning the games in that stage of the season. It wasn't about performances, it was just winning the games and getting 3 points.
Hearts' Champions League chances suffered a blow at Easter Road. Hibs bounced back from their cup defeat to win 2-1.
Whittaker, over-ambitious, robbed of possession, so's Hartley, and Ivan Sproul is in behind Lee Wallace, opportunity knocking, it's wired in, it's 1-0. Long ball from Nielsen, mistake by Caldwell, Bednar's in, and he must score, and he squared the game right on half-time, absolutely incredible. Here's a chance, and Ben Jaloon scores his first goal for Hibs.
Very disappointing because we went into the game, with a lot of confidence. But I mean, we knew probably our team in that day wasn't right. We made a lot of changes. We didn't have our strongest players on the pitch, and we didn't really perform. Give credit to Hibs; they deserved the victory. In the first half, we just didn't turn up. We didn't get out the blocks, and it was very disappointing. We came into it in the second half, but I think it was too late. We just didn't perform on the day.
Rangers were by now playing catch-up and hoping for another Hearts slip-up. Hearts had to hold their nerve against champions Celtic. It was now getting decidedly twitchy as D-Day approached in the race for second spot. But Hearts kept calm and took all 3 points at Tynecastle in emphatic style.
Ian Dublin holding a high Celtic line in the box. Was on goal! Stephen Manis floating off his forehead behind Arthur Boruc, and Hearts have the lead. That's Hartley! 2-0 to Hearts! Celtic were sleeping, Boruc was not ready. Sketchel winning that from Nakamura. Here's Pelfa. Celtic building up some attacking momentum here. Tal makes a good headed clearance. Hartley, obvious with a header. Maloney tries to read that. Aguiar did well to resist. This is Jesnauskis. Now Hartley. That's for Bednar, he's onside. Chance for the Hearts start. He's made it!
We had 3 terrific games with Celtic throughout the season. We hadn't beat them. There was big pressure on us that day because I think Rangers had cut the gap to 1 point, and we knew we had to win the game, but we started the game really well, and we scored 2 early goals, and then we clinched we got the third goal in the second half, which really clinched a fantastic victory for us.
It's been a strange season, we kind of promised a lot kind of at the start of the season, we had a really good start, and then we kind of fell away for a wee bit, and then we managed to kind of perk up at the end, and we've managed to get Champions League football, which is great for the club, but I think we'll be looking to go one step better next year.
This was the night Hearts entered the promised land. If Aberdeen could be beaten at Tynecastle, Ibrox on the final day of the season wouldn't matter. Hearts would already have made sure of runners-up spot in the SPL and be into the Champions League qualifiers.
The referee, I think it's going to be a penalty kick. Paul Hartley delighted with it. 8 minutes into the second half. Up he comes. That's it. Hearts look to be there all right. An absolutely tumultuous reception for the penalty kick.
There's a lot of pressure before the game, you know, but like Valdez said, you know, it's a good pressure, you know, it's the pressure you want to have. You don't want to be scraping at the bottom of the table, wanting to fight for your life, you know. And I think we were confident, you know, we've got a good record at home. We would rather taking care of it as we did here than have to go to Ibrox and scrape for a point. So I think the team are confident, you know, we are quite a confident team and we believe in ourselves. And it was nice to do it here in front of the fans.
Hearts will pre-qualify for the Champions League, and no wonder they're celebrating.
Yeah, it was fantastic, you know, that was the pressure off, you know, we'd achieved Champions League football for next season, you know. We didn't have to go to Ibrox and try and get a point, and it was great for the club, you know, it was a great atmosphere here, and in the dressing room the boys were delighted.
Champions League! Champions League!
As the Champions League theme echoed around Tynecastle, even stressed-out caretaker manager Valdas Ivanauskas looked as if he might be about to build up to one of his by-appointment only smiles.
I think he cracked a wee smile for a couple of minutes, yeah. So it's great for Valdez, you know. He's really pulled the club together in the last few months, you know, and kept us going in the right direction. So delighted for him.
Rangers had hoped Ibrox would be D-Day in the battle for second spot, but Hearts were out of sight by then, and only 2 of the players who started the clincher against Aberdeen kicked off against the deposed champions. Hearts fans had their noses in newspapers, so interested were they in the outcome.
Well, Banks relishing the opportunity to show what he can do. No chance this time though. The header from Chris Boyd gives Rangers the lead. This is a good ball across here for Boyd. Gavin Ray to Chris Boyd. It's 2-0 to Rangers.
There was no pressure on us to get a result, you know, so we could go there. There was a lot of changes in the team, you know, and it gave players who haven't played a lot of season a chance to go and play at Ibrox, which is a great place to play.
I think the fans enjoyed it because they were able to taunt the Rangers supporters a little bit that the job was done.
Yeah, well, I was on the bench, you know, so I've seen quite a lot happening, and it was nice to see that, you know. It's good for a club that has to go to Ibrox and kind of stick it up them a wee bit, you know, and just show them that we're second place in the league and not them.
These were the facts and figures which had Hearts fans in heaven, second only to Celtic, and runners-up spot bringing with it a crack at qualifying for the Champions League. Everyone was a winner at Tynecastle, as reflected in the club's awards ceremony.
inaugural Heart of Midlothian Players Player of the Year Award. Welcome, if you will, 10th Scottish Cup finalist, the 2005-2006 Heart of Midlothian first team squad.
And the Players Young Player of the Year award goes to Callum Elliott.
Callum, how do you feel about the Young Player of the Year award?
Obviously I'm delighted to get an award, especially when it's been given by the players that you played with all season, so it's a fantastic achievement and just pleased to have won it.
And the Supporters Player of the Year is Paul Hartley.
It's always pleasing to get awards, and to get that many tonight was extra special. We know we have to add quality if we want to progress in the Champions League, and if we want to try and go for the title next season, so I think everything's going well for the club.
The Chatham Honda Players Player of the Year. Presenting the award, please welcome the Managing Director of Chatham Honda, Mr. Campbell Chatham.
The winner is Craig Gordon.
Players Player of the Year, how does that feel?
Yeah, it's very good. I've managed to get a few awards this season, and that one's very special, obviously, because it's voted for by the players, and there's many players in front of me that have done a great job this season, and well, that's one of the reasons they've helped me to get this as well.
But it wasn't yet Hearts on holiday. After the prize giving came the serious build-up to the Scottish Cup final.
Bednar gives it back to Nilsson. And we are for Fisas. It's come to Chesnauskis. Well, Alan Main was stranded and fortune favoured Gripner as it bounced off the post. It could be a key moment, and Skelton belts it, and Craig Gordon forced to make the save. Some throw for Bednar. Just tickled away by Mark Birch, who began his career at his hometown club Stoke. Robbie Nilsson's long throw, Jankowskis and Scatzel! Rudy Scatzel ends his goal drought in the Scottish Cup final, and Hearts hope are on their way to glory.
Grady has picked out McGuffey. The question is, who can he pick out? Ryan McGuffey. And Towell stopped it, returning to Grady. And here's Jankauskas trying to put Bednar in, and Bednar is in. The keeper's off his line. There's Davy Graham. Oh, he's through. What a big moment. He's surely going to score. No! Robbie Nielsen with an amazing tackle to preserve Hearts' lead. And O'Neil goes down. Penalty given for Gretna. Jesnowski's the offender. McGuffey scored from the spot here in Hamburg in the semi-final against Dundee. Can he score in the final? Ryan McGuffey, he can't, but he will from the rebound. McGuffey gets there in the end. Gretna are level. This is incredible. It is Hearts 1, Gretna 1. Here's Jankauskas though. Oh, he's trying to get in here. Oh, it's just bounced away. Scattel. Wilson again. Up against Davy Graham, who's won it and will be feeling rather better now that Gretna have equalised after his miss. Here's Fisas. In he goes for Hartley. And he was so close to putting Hearts in front. Well, Townsley and Innes are in there to aim for. It's Skelton's corner. And it's going to come back towards Skelton. He tries again. What a big chance for Innes. It's extra time. It is just remarkable. Ryan McGuffey saw his penalty saved by Craig Gordon, but followed up the score from the rebound. And that cancelled out Rudy Scatzel's effort towards the end of the first half. And Gretna have taken Hearts to extra time. Rudy Scatzel, it's deflected. Deflected just wide. O'Neil. Brady lost out to Brellier. And he's trying to spark Hearts again. Mikalunas inviting, and Jankauskas. Hartley. Got to be careful, Birch. He's lost out to Pospisil, who sets it up for Rudy Scatzel. Off the post. Scatzel. Well, that's twice they've hit that post in this game, Hearts. Hartley trying to find his range. Very nearly did. Fisas. Scatzel is onside. It's Rudy Scatzel. Held up by Alan Main. And it's a corner. There's going to be 1 minute added on. And Hearts might have a chance to win it themselves. It's typical that Hartley should be involved. Townsley getting back to hold him up. But Hearts have got the throw. And Hartley has reacted here. And he's off. Poor Hartley, just ahead of the penalty shootout, has been sent off for that reaction. Hearts have lost one of their penalty takers, but hang on, they've got a bit of defending to do yet. It is over, and incredibly, the 2006 Scottish Cup final will be decided by a penalty shootout. Hearts have lost one of their takers. Hartley sent off. Gretna refusing to budge. The high drama, the high tension of penalties next. Stephen Presley is going to take the first penalty in the shootout. The drama begins. Stephen Presley, the captain, shows the way. James Grady is going to be first up for Gretna. Craig Gordon, Scotland's #1 keeper. The little man against the big man. Grady, emphatic. Robbie Nielsen is next up, Hearts' longest serving player. It's agony for those involved down there. Oh, Robbie Nielsen picked his spot. Mark Birch is next up for Gretna. I'm sure Craig Gordon looks a very big figure between the sticks. It's Birch, and it's 2-2 on penalties. So already Scatzel is next up for Hearts. He scored towards the end of the first half. Hearts probably thought they were on their way to Scottish Cup glory. They weren't. Here comes Scatzel. It's another excellent penalty. And Derek Townsley is next to endure the agony. Here he comes. Oh, Townsley's effort is saved by Craig Gordon. Advantage, Hearts. Hearts 3-2 up on penalties. Nobody has missed for them yet. Pospisil is next to have a go. Well, their penalties have been awesome. He's been terrific today. Yes or no? Skelton? No! Hearts have won the Scottish Cup. But what a plucky performance from Gretna, who took them all the way. An extraordinary season in this famous competition comes to an end with Hearts celebrating. Their fans proud to be a Jambo to the bottom of their hearts, but you have to feel for Gretna, who gave so much. He's been a terrific servant, and he deserves this moment. And you get the feeling he cannot wait. Hearts make their way up. Stephen Presley will be last in the queue. Robbie Nielsen, and the longest serving player, Craig Gordon, has had a sensational season. Very special moments for the Jambos. There is Stephen Presley waiting in line, waiting to get to grips with the Scottish Cup.
And now Jack McConnell, First Minister of Scotland, will present the Tennis Scottish Cup.
Memories are made of this. Hearts have won the Scottish Cup.
In the bowels of Hampden, a quiet build-up to what would become a big party.
Give me key.
Oh, you've been drinking.
He's liar.
You've been drinking.
No. Say,
You've been drinking.
TV tomorrow or more series. Oh, who is driver?
Red Bull, yes.
Yes, I am. See you all, guys.
Never for the wiper going up to the wall. You better know if it doesn't start raining the way through.
Come on in, up you go.
Take it.
You can go home. Some say the Celtic and Rangers are good. Boys in Maroon and the best in the land.
Other laps. Second motor. Let's go.
Busy balls. Busy balls. Busy balls, you can go home! Sorry, dear, I don't hear you! If you can't spell it, then here's what it says. Hearts, hearts, glorious hearts. It's down at St. Castle, Maybury. All the boys in Maroon and all the gays support them with pride.
I am very tired. I go sleep. Don't celebrate. Maybe one more beer.
You should applaud these people. Yes, correct. You should be applauding these people. Absolutely. Boys on the top of the bus. Oh. We're not going any further till you come down. We're not going any further till you come down. Hey, guys. No,
And guess who the fans were taking more and more to their hearts? They were warming to Valdas.
I think it's biggest season for Hearts Football Club. We have two prizes. We won two prizes. First Champions League place and cup. So just also we won respect for other teams, Scotland, for example, Rangers and Celtic. I think it's a very, very big season for the future. For the future.
How special has it been for you?
For me also, no, it's experience. So difficult, so hard games. Was pressure, big pressure. It's experience for me also as manager. Experience for the player. So I think it's everyone can learn from this season.
And a lot has changed. At the start of the season, you were in the background, and at the end of the season, you were up front as the coach. No, it's just a football life. So I like football. I like team. I like it's my job. You know, before was assistant. Now it's manager. So it's just football. Is it difficult? Has it been difficult to cope with the changes of manager and coach, or is that easy?
It's easy, not easy. You know, it's easy maybe for the other guy, but I think for the players, for the club, it's not easy. But you know, it's just, if you don't got results, it's normal in football.
And you were coach for the biggest games of the season, the game against Aberdeen, and then the cup final.
Yes, two very, very big, hard games. I think yesterday cup final. For me, it's interesting for the players. I think it's the biggest day, but for me, it was Aberdeen game very, very hard. I think Champions League place is very important. Important for the supporters is cup. But for me personally, it's Champions League place.
So you felt happier, more delighted after the Aberdeen game than you did maybe after the cup final?
Yeah, you know, after Aberdeen, I know Champions League place is for club, for the future, for supporters yesterday game, so cup final. If I see of street how lucky is our supporters, it's great, you know. And today's party, and I think it's a big day for our supporters.
This wasn't just any given Sunday. There was an open-top bus trip to come after Lord Provost Leslie Hines had paid the city's tribute.
I'd like you to accept this quake as a memento of the club's wonderful triumph yesterday, with our best thoughts and wishes from the people of Edinburgh.
Hearts fans, I love you.
I love Edinburgh. I love Scotland.
You've been with the club a hell of a long time, so this must mean an awful lot to you.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It means the world to me. You know, you can see what it means for the fans as well. There are hundreds of thousands here, and it's magnificent for the club. And you can see the sort of support Hearts can generate when the good times come.
We wouldn't miss this for the world. Hearts supporter being up here, I mean, it's absolutely magnificent. You hear them singing all their songs. It's just a great day for everyone.
Is this a very special day for you?
Yeah, I'm very happy about because it's an achievement about a very important season, very fantastic season, and I'm very happy about that.
Does it make you feel old when people call you the longest serving player at the club?
Yeah, well, I'm still only 25, I know, but it does. I've been here 10 years and I've enjoyed every minute of it, but this is definitely a highlight for me.
Lieutenant Scottish Cup winners 2006, Hearts of Midlothian!
I think it will show next season that we will be not only two clubs competing, but more for the top position, and will be more competitive, and that means better club will go to play in Europe.
How successful in your mind has this season been?
Well, it's Vladimir's goal was to win a championship. He wanted to catch by surprise two big clubs this year. One he managed, the other one, all credit to Celtic, managed to pull away. So we feel like we didn't achieve what Vladimir wanted, but hopefully next season.
Has changing the coach affected Hearts' momentum this season? If you'd had the one coach right the way through, could the championship have been possible?
Too bad that it played out like that. We had to make so many changes during the season, but it were all necessary decisions that had to be made to make sure that we're moving in the right direction.
And that's the way Vladimir works, isn't it? If he feels something isn't working, he doesn't waste any time in making changes.
Well, it's not about wasting time or not. If you see a problem, you need to solve it. And I think his problem solving during his lifetime showed that sometimes if you wait too long, it might be too late.
But 2 goals have been achieved this season. A trophy has been won, and also the chance of getting into the Champions League.
I think it's fantastic for the first year, and all credit to Vladimir. He is a mastermind behind all that.
Did you expect to be involved in the running of the club? Because you were put in position after Phil Anderton and George Fawkes left the club. Did you always expect that you would be involved?
No, I didn't expect. It was happened very quick. I have another responsibilities,
and had to step in time when my father asked me to. So didn't expect to be in this position at all.
Have you enjoyed it?
Not really. It's been difficult year. Don't like too much attention, don't like this always media attention, so for me it was difficult, very difficult for me to be in, but I like it in other countries where people don't recognize me.
The Hearts supporters though have taken you to their hearts.
Well, it's fantastic. I'm very humbled that we have unbelievable fans. Supporters are just I don't think you can find supporters like that anywhere, and we really respect it and treasure it, and I think on that we can develop this club. On the base of supporters that we have, this club has great potential to move forward.
And you would look to be progressing each season, making another step forward?
Well, definitely we need to bigger stadium, consistently to be competing with big clubs. You need bigger stadium, you need to balance your balance sheet to make sure a club doesn't lose money every year. So we're in the stage of investment, but hopefully soon we'll break even.
And the future looks bright. How long will there be the Romanov involvement in Hearts? Is it a long-term project?
Well, Vladimir said many times it's a long-term project, and I think we are here to stay for a while. And Vladimir is very passionate about football, and he doesn't see better place to achieve something than in this country.
How special a day was the cup final at Hampden?
Ну, это была обязанность привести в Эдинбург этот кубок. Это чувство ответственности давило на всех, на спортсменов, на меня. И очень напряженная получилась игра. Сильным сопутствует удача.
Do you feel as if your immediate ambitions this season have been realized?
Ну, я думаю, не все, но мы достойны были стать чемпионами. Но все равно мы в Лиге чемпионов, и просто труднее будет этапы пройти и доказать, что мы чемпионы. Пройти дальше, чем Селтик. Наша задача.
What has been your happiest moment of your first season with Hearts?
Что мы в Лиге чемпионов, что мы выполнили свой долг и привезли кубок в Эдинбург. Символично мы его привезли из Глазго и сражались на поле Глазго. Это, наверное, самые лучшие моменты.
The big ambitions of the boardroom don't just stop there. In the dressing room there's a similar appreciation of a remarkable season and a feeling that the next one could be even better.
I think 1 year ago nobody knows about some Hearts. I think now everybody knows who is Hearts, who is Jumbos.
Everybody can see that it's not only Rangers and Celtic anymore. Now we have Hearts, and it's very important that after so many years Hearts is there.
I think the club has a big future, so you never know. Maybe one day the club will become big, even in Europe.
Well, Mr. Romanov has big ideas for this club, and he wants to take us forward, and I'm sure he will. He's brought us relative success in the short term. Nobody would have thought we'd be fighting for Champions League football this season after only 1 year of him at the helm.
There'll be a lot of new faces coming in, but as long as the strength of the squad, then it's great for us as a club, you know.
It'll be hard to beat, but after this we'll be wanting to improve as a team and try and challenge for first place.
For me, it's something new, you know. I'm young and I never played Champions League, and I look forward.
I like big games, Celtic, Rangers, Gibbs, and now going Champions. It's good.
20 years ago, yes, nobody was in the second place because all the time was Rangers and Celtic, and now we better than Rangers this season. I think we deserve this.
It's been entertaining.
off the park and on it. But I think for the players, their main focus is concentrating on winning football matches, and that's really the only thing you can concern yourself with.
From a personal point of view, the first 14 or 15 games of the season, when we very much had a steady ship, then I can't ever remember enjoying my football as much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the players. We start with Jamie McAllister. Next up, say Omar Sami Camazola. Sporting some very natty headgear. Give it up for Yuho Makala. Make some noise for Lee Johnson. Welcome home, Neil McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Banks. Give it up one more time for Mickey Pospisil. Christoph Vera. Solly Michalunas. Julian Brellier. Not only the best goalkeeper in Scotland, arguably the best in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Gordon. From here on in, I think we rename this guy Robbie the Tackle Nielsen. League International Takis Fisas. Ladies and gentlemen, raise the roof and for one more time, shout Rooney! Give it up for big Edgaras Jankauskas. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Patrick Hartley. Roman Bednar. Next up, the guys really come onto a game in the second half of the season, ladies and gentlemen. David Ars Chesnauskas. To Ibrahim Tal. A real classy player. He's Bruno Aguiar. Please welcome Gordon Patterson, Penny Thompson, Norrie Gray, Sam Ritchie, Jim Stewart, Stevie Frail, and Andy Caldwell. Ladies and gentlemen, coaches John McGlynn and Valdas Ivanauskas. One of the greatest captains ever, and the man coming holding that silverware, the captain of the 10-inch Scottish Cup winners 2006, raise the roof for Stephen Presley! Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause, if you will, for Hearts majority shareholder, Vladimir Romanov!
Джамбо, великая страна, Джамбо, ты полная огня. Ах, Джамбо, зачем сгубила ты меня? В твоих стенах погибли юность и талант.
Thank you.